All right. Hopefully that's not too loud. Okay, good morning. I'm glad you guys could be with me this morning. Let's stand with our legs nice and soft, that wonderful open posture. Chin level, shoulders over hips, body nice and tall, remembering that the knees are softened and your hips aren't tucked under, but your tailbone is just dropped. Relax as if there was a weight on your tailbone, sinking you into the earth. Your toes are spread out. Your body's very grounded, yet you feel that lift of energy up as you're imagining that your upper body is lifting and being pulled upward like a hot air balloon, but your lower body is being pressed deep into the earth with the gravity. Let's take a breath up and sink that energy. And as always, just take a few breaths just to pull yourself into the moment, into the class. Let all those distractions in your home and around you disappear for the next hour. It's your time to slow down, work on your health, your mental wellness. Exhale. Now, with the breath right now, take it in through the nose. And then exhale with a real cleansing breath, or just rest the tongue on the roof of the mouth and just exhale out the nose. So whatever feels really good and best for you right now. One more. Now let's scoop that energy up, release it to the heavens, and then pull those shoulders back and around. So this begins to engage the upper back, the shoulders, and opens the chest. Good. Wonderful stretch. Now let's just do some weight shifts, just kind of to get you moving a little bit, shifting your weight and your balance. Just let the arms sort of hang gently and naturally. Remembering as we do shift, we're keeping the shoulders over the hips. And just get the legs warmed up a bit and your hips. Good. Now take this from just a shift to a step side, step side. Completely bringing all the weight to one leg. It's a nice, easy shift. You can change the arms a bit. Bring that left arm in and just roll it back and the right back. So what you're doing now is beginning to get that waist involved. And you can actually turn your head in the direction that you're tapping. A little bit of warm up in that trunk. Breathing in and out. Very good. Come back to the center. This time turn your toes out a bit and just shift the weight with the toes coming up. So this is going to stretch out the calf and your heel cord. So I'm still keeping shoulders over hips. But as I'm going side to side, I'm pulling that toe up. And that should really increase that stretch in your lower leg. Knees stay softened. And just shift. I'm just turned out a little bit to the corners of the room. Good. One more each way. Now come to the center. And let's just do a good old-fashioned dancer's plie. Just bend a little bit. Notice when I bend, my knees are still over the ankles, so the lower leg is still perpendicular to the floor. Then as I lift, I squeeze my back side, which helps the lift. So from the side, you're just bending down and you're squeezing your glutes to lift up. Good. Torso is upright between your legs. Good. This is again warming the thighs. With the rotation out, you're squeezing, stretching through the hip flexors a bit, and then strengthening the glutes. Up and press. Good. 2 more. Last one. Now this time bend down and let's lift your right heel, roll through the foot and the left heel. That wakes up your arches in your feet and is working on your calves as well. So just lift up. Easy little lift. Good. Rolling through the feet. A little more attention to warming those feet up. All right. Good. Right side again. Left side. Bend. Now come together. Shake it all out. Then we will do our Tai Chi tap to wake up our muscles, increasing the blood flow to the surface of the skin so that it increases blood flow throughout your body. Don't forget your palms, the back of your hands. And then work across the chest, tapping your thymus. I've mentioned this many times. Chinese believe if you tap your thymus, which is your youth gland, which is dormant after about 18, 20 years old, you can regenerate youth. So I kind of like that. Take it down, top, all the way up. So anytime you feel you need a little pick-me-up, just tap your thymus and work on getting younger. Good. So we'll go back, we'll tap that thymus again and work our way down to the abdomen, waking up those internal organs, tell them to get going, digest your breakfast better. Those abdominal muscles, wake them up. Very good. And then let's go down to the inner thigh. Just chop all the way down the inner thigh and then up the outer thigh. And when you get to the top of your hips, come across those hip flexors and go down again. Excuse me. And once more. Good. Now let's tap the tops of the legs. Don't forget the tops of your feet. Back. Linger there in your lower back. Your kidneys waking up your hips. And let's go down the front again. Tops of your feet, up the backs of your legs, the glutes, the lower back. Wake all that up over the hip flexors, abdomen again, and then up to the back of the neck. Just tap there along your shoulders, and then fingertips to your scalp, stimulating the hair follicles all around. Good. Now to the forehead, helping with tension, headaches. Go to the temples. That always feels good. Across the tops of the eyebrows and underneath the nose, which really opens up the sinuses. And then down to the jaw. Tension under the nose and the chin, neck, back to the jaw. Whew, and just shake all that out. I just love the way I feel after that. I hope you do too. All right, nice easy lift. Let's just take an opening movement and press that energy down. Lift up. And just feel that blood flow circulating through your body. Healing energy, regenerating life and health. Breath again. Just think of your Tai Chi movements as just being a beautiful flow through space. A movement that doesn't end. You know, Tai Chi movements are called moving meditation. And in their perfect execution should make you feel just so completely in tune with your body. It takes us a while sometimes to get there, but that's why they call it practice, because you have to keep practicing. One more breath up. Good. Let's shift the weight to the left. Do your chi ball. Turning right, and let's just do a ward off. Come in, chi ball right arm, shift and left. So by now, I think most of you all know the energy flow of the ward off, or in the sequence, it's called Parting Wild Horses Mane. The beauty of it is it just begins to get the body flowing, bringing that energy internally. Just shift, exhale, relax the shoulders. This should really be a very natural movement if you execute it softly and gently. Shoulders are down, so there's no tension in the arms. Good, and just shift and flow. Very good. Other direction. Now we're going to come back in, turn to the right, and let's just push that energy in and then bring it up around and push it forward. So the ebb and flow of pushing and pulling the energy in and out. Wonderful for the back, the chest. And pull in. Now with all your movements, and sometimes I forget to remind you, but with all your movements, if you think I am pulling my belly button into my spine and just hold it there, you get some awesome conditioning for your core, for your abs. And so it also helps the movement be executed correctly, meaning that it comes from the hips. This movement back and forth is really in the hips, and the arms are just the extra stretch that you get. Good. One more this way. Very good. Now shift in, bringing the arms in. Wait. And let's push and pull in the other way. Just nice flow. You can just feel the waves come in and push away. So they crash into the shore and push back out to sea. Breath in. So remember, you inhale when the chest is open, and you exhale when you push away. That way you can get in the most oxygen when your lungs are expanded and there's more space for the air to come in. And push again. Good. That looks great. Last one. Very good. Back to the center. Energy in. Good. Press it down. Now let's separate heaven and earth. So let's take the right arm up and the left arm down. Push your energy. Squeeze your energy ball and push up and out. Good. So squeeze and push and release. I like this movement's name, separating heaven and earth, remembering we are the energy between heaven and earth. And push. Very good. One more. Last time. Now stay here and let's shift again. Getting ready for the bow and arrow sequence, which is going to work on our balance a bit. Good. Shifting to the right, let's turn and pull your bow back. Shift over, close and pull. So your feet go to your bow step. And as you shift, you still maintain shoulders over hips. Just let your eyes gaze out over that pointing finger as your arrow shoots your target. Now let's try it with a T-step. So bring in and step out, in and out. Now this is one of those movements where you can begin right now to pull that belly button in. Think of softening the knee more so that your thighs and hips are able to work for better balance. Good. Just step in and do something that's a little different. With this T-step, just hold for a minute. So that begins to get you ready for your knee lift. Shift. Come in, hold for a second, and shift. Now let's go to the knee. So come in, lift your knee, place it down. Come in, lift your knee. Good. Lift and lift. So just keep practicing those till you feel your balance is stronger. Good. Now let's try holding that knee a bit. So come in, hold for a few seconds, and release. Come in and hold. Good. Once again. Keep your belly button pulled in. Very good. Now let's change it to a kick. You can just do a fast kick out and shift it over. A nice little martial arts kick. Good. Doing a fast one right now. One more fast one each way. Now let's see if you can slowly sustain your kick. So lift the knee, kick, pull in and down. Very good. Work at your own pace. You got a chair there if you need it. Good. Only going to do this one more time each way. Good. Good job. And shake that out. Good. I want to do a couple of weight transfers front and back and side. Let's work a little bit on cardio and once again, helping with balance. So just shift the weight front, and back. So I'm just bringing my hands up to my shoulders and then just dropping them down. Just shift. Good. Front. Now, if you want to go into a deeper lunge, you're welcome to bend and go deep. Just remember, if you do bend and go deep, keep that front knee over the ankle. So you have to step out kind of far if you want to indeed do a true lunge. Doesn't have to be deep, it just has to be far enough that your knee stays over your ankle. All right, last time front. Now turn, let's do an angle. So turn and go to the corner of the room. So it's still the same forward movement, toe and knee are straight ahead. And let's just push on this, pull in, push, pull in. Still keeping shoulders over hips. Good. It looks so cool seeing all of you guys do this together. And push. Now we're going to take it a side movement. So shift to the side. So my toes and knees are still forward. I'm just putting weight in this leg and in. Shift side and in. Shift. So you're stepping out, a little bit more outer thigh work. Shift. Together. Shift and in. Push and push. Good. Let's do 2 more sets. Good. Last time. Now let's step back. So right leg back, together, left leg back. So from the side, it's just a step back and step back. Again, shoulders and hips stay between your legs. If you want to lunge, you would lunge back, keeping that front leg perpendicular to the floor. And if you do want to lunge back, you may want to use your hands for some extra assistance or hold them by your side. Good. If not, we're going to tap the shoulders and squeeze back. This does a little more tricep work. That's the back of the upper arm. And back, together, and back, together. Good. And back. One more each side. Very good. Now shake this out. Let's go ahead and get our bands. So go ahead and do some upper body. Then we'll do some legs with the chair. Okay, I'm going to turn my feet slightly to the corners, about 45 degrees, which immediately helps me think of squeezing my glutes underneath me and pulling my abs in and being very stable. Increase my base of support while doing that. Band is in front. I have my little fingers in the end. Then just turn your palms in and up. So now the band is coming from under your thumbs, the ends, and the little fingers are in. And then flip it over, making like a little handle, but keep that handle loose. What all this is doing is making the band shorter so you have more resistance. Another option, if you didn't want to do this, you can just leave the ends long, but I don't like them flopping around, so that's kind of why I like the little handle method. Maintaining your position. Remember, I know I've talked this a gazillion times, but every time you work with the band, keep it taut. Never let it jerk you back in. Breath, lift up, squeeze out a bit, come in and down. So from the side, you're lifting up, still within your peripheral vision, bring it down, come together and down. So what I don't want you to do is take it behind the midline of your body. That's too hard on your shoulders. Just come down and release. So this is working the shoulders, but in a safer way. Good. And down. Lift up, press down, together, and release. Remembering you have control. Don't let that band snap you back. You keep it tight. Good. Up. This is getting underneath your shoulder blades, your rhomboids, your lats, all those muscles that are right around your mid back, underneath where your bra would come around. Those are the muscles that we're working on strengthening. Press down. As far as breathing, breathe in and out. Exhale on the exertion is the best way, but if you forget when, just breathe. Good. I know this is a toughie. Just 2 more. We're going to get those shoulders strong. And down. Last one. Good. Now just stay here for a second and do some shoulder rolls. Back a few. And then forward a few. Good. Okay, keeping the stance. I want you to lift the arms up. Now, tilt your upper body to the left. Do so that that shoulder, you don't have it down like this. It's right sideways. So from the side, it should be as if you were squeezed between 2 walls. You would not see your head. And then all I want you to do in this position, keep that right shoulder down, is bring that right arm down a bit and release it. You can bend the elbow down and release. Now, you're working 2 things here. You're working the back of the left arm, your triceps, but your right arm's got to stabilize so that you can do the movement. So you got a little bit of isometric contraction in your right arm. Good. And an eccentric contraction in your left. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, looks good. You got it. Hang on, last one. And release. Now, I know that's a little tough on that supporting shoulder. If you do have any shoulder issues, you can always modify, which I didn't tell you, sorry, ahead of time, by bringing it here, choking up on it more, and then just pushing it back that way. Okay, so if you do have a shoulder and you need to modify, that's the way to do it. Let's bring it up again. Tilt up and to the right. Now remember, don't have this arm up like this. Keep the shoulder down so you've got a little space in your neck. And again, your modification is here. Okay, bring that arm down and in and push. And you know, depending on the strength of your band and how strong you feel today, your arm may go down further than mine. It may not go down as far. Either way is okay. You're working within what you can do today to be a better version of you. Keep going. 3, 2 more. Oh, let's do 1 more to grow on. Good. And release. Bring those shoulders down. All right, let's take the band around the back of the body and right underneath your bra, your rib cage, and turn the thumbs and the ends forward. Now in this one, I choke up pretty much because I want a tighter resistance. You can go to the end, which makes it a little less intense. Sorry, I got a tickle. So just set deep breath, push forward, open, and open as far back as you're comfortable. Really opening that chest. Come center and in. Yeah, my palms are, at this point, are facing upward. In. And again, from the sides, you can really remember, keep that lower body perpendicular to the floor. Push. Open far back behind the midline if you can. This instead of this. What I don't want you to do is take it in your back like that. Okay. Good. Push. Open out. Center. Together. Push. Open out. Center. And in. Push. And out. Center. In. Push. And wide. Okay, so now we're just going to do some pulses. We're going to open, and this is just to squeeze the upper back. Again, I'm going to turn sideways because I want you to keep that body very still. Just squeeze 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's try another set of 8. You can do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and your reward is crisscross in front. Palms up, just little squeezes. Now we're strengthening the chest. Our pectoral muscles, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, palms down, and 12, 9, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, woo, and release. Okay, bring it in, kind of shake it all out, anything that might feel tight or extra tired from all the stretching. Okay, we're going to do biceps and triceps with the feet, and then we're going to go to the standing chair legs and move forward from that. So hold the thumbs, the ends up. Let's go under the right foot, right under your arch. Make sure you put weight on the ball of the foot and the heel so the band is firmly placed under you. And also go ahead and put all the weight in that front leg, because we're going to do a two-for movement. That means we're going to work 2 different body parts at the same time. So you've got that left leg back. This will be a little different. I don't think I've done this with you guys before. Okay, so we're going to bring in right arm. Sorry, right arm, left arm. So mine is backwards. Left and right. Left and right. All right, this is a little bit of coordination. So this time, When the right arm comes up, that back leg is going to curl. So left and down, curl the left leg, right arm. Curl, curl. A little bit of a few tries to get the rhythm and the feel. I lost balance on that one. Keep that supporting knee bent. Good. Curl, pull in. So a little bit of hamstring work on the left leg as you're working that right bicep. Left arm, right. Good. A little challenging, isn't it? Just a little bit till we get the feel of it. All right, one more. All right, now here, we're going to use both arms. Come about halfway, depending on how long your band is, and let's do some quick pulses. Thumbs to the ceiling. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. So that works right in the belly of the muscle. That's the very middle of that bicep. Okay, release. Let's go under the other leg, but the hands are different. You're going to turn your thumbs down and your little finger and the ends up. So we're underneath the left arch, all the way there. Now remember, my thumbs are down, my little finger and the ends of the band are up. So with the left hand, we press back, and then we press across the body slightly with the right. Back, back. So we're working the triceps, the back of the upper arms. We try to keep your abs tight, which gives you a little more work there because they're used to stabilize you as we push back. Good. And back. All right, one more set, and then we're going to curl under the right foot as the left arm goes back. Here we go. Curl and back. Good. Again. And back. Good job. Now you kind of got the hang of it a little bit from doing it on the other side. Good. Rest back. Good job. Gonna do 2 more. Last one. Now, stay in this position. Take the arms back and let's pulse 2 sets of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, working those triceps. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Okay, loosen up your shoulders. All right, we're going to stop with the band for a second. We got our chair. So I think what I'm going to do side to side. So put the chair on your right side so that we'll be working the left leg right now. And most all your weight's going to be on the right leg. Remembering when you do work this way, soften that supporting knee. Still remember to try your best to keep your hips level. And you've got this hand to help support you if your leg gets tired. Okay, I'm just going to put my left hand on my hip, just kind of get it out of the way since we're not really doing anything with it. Bring your toe forward, circle around your floor, take it behind you, and pull it in. Now, what we're trying to do now is to do this while keeping those hips square. It's easy to do when we do a little semicircle on the floor. When we start to lift, you have to work a little harder. 3, 4. So we're going to do 4 that way. Now let's go backwards. Extend back. This is excellent for hip mobility and hip strengthening. Good. 3, If you have carpet, it might be just a little bit harder, but you can do it. Okay, so now we're going to extend the right leg forward. These are old ballet bar type movements, really. And let's just lift it. 4, 3, 2. Now take it to the side, but keep your toe toward me. And we got to keep that hip down and just lift. 4, 3, 2. Now you're going to notice something. Because your toe and knee is forward, and because I want you to keep that hip down, you can't lift very high. The only way you could lift high is you turn the leg out and you lift way high like that. But don't want you to do that right now, because we want to strengthen the outside of the hip and the outside of the thigh. Okay, now take it back. Knee, front knee soft. When you take it back, you do need to lean just a little bit forward. If we're like this, you might take it all in your back. So when the leg's back, lean forward. 3, 2. Very good. 1. Then let's go back to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're not feeling it along here, you probably don't have your leg turned in the right position. Now, to say that this is not wrong, it's just not what our goal that we want to achieve by doing that exercise. Okay? Let's do that again. I take a minute, take the weight off your right leg. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, not very high. 1, to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1, to the back, lean a bit. 4, 3, 2, to the side again, and 4, 3, 2. We're going to do that again. Here we go, and 4, 3, 2, 1, to the side, abs tight. 4, 3, 2, 1, to the back. 4, 3, 2, 1, to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, shake that out and then lift your knees and make sure the right leg is okay. And make sure you didn't get anything into your lower back. Okay, now we're going to cross the body, which is about the only way you can work the inner thighs is to squeeze or cross the midline of the body. Supporting knees soft, flex your left foot and hold it front. And what I want you to do is lift it and try to imagine you were touching the leg of the chair, but come back only to midline. Don't go out, okay? Stay here. Cross together. Cross, center. 3, center. 4, 5, very good. Body stays still, just the leg. 7, 8. Now I want you to do 8 pulses. So take it across and squeeze 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very good. Hopefully you felt something in that. I'm going to take my chair to the other side to begin to work the other leg. Okay, so you've got it on your left, setting down deep, right foot forward. We know what we want to do. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the side, toe forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the back, lean forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. 4. Think of ankle out. 3, 2, 1. Again, front. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the back. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. 4, 3. Now I'm trying to remember if I did 2 sets or 3, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. So if I did a different number, you just go back and do your extra set on your own. And to the back, and 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Bring that in. Shake out your supporting leg. That moved a little faster, so I wasn't talking as much, explaining everything. All right, shifting all the weight now to the left. Right foot is forward and flexed. Let's do the inner thigh. So cross over. 8, 7, coming back to center. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do pulses. Press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! And release and shake all of that out. Now, the most awesome thing about doing leg and hip work is now we get to stretch the back out. So turn towards your chair. Walk yourself back. Bend the knees. Make sure that, they're still over the ankles. And so it's if you're pushing forward with your hands, but you're pushing back with your tailbone. Really let that back stretch. Move and position yourself however feels best for you to get a good stretch. Very good. Now walk in first and then curl up. And we're standing here. I want you to press the hips forward a bit. Breath up. Push that energy down. Palms back and just let those hips press forward and release. A couple of shoulder rolls and reverse. Now let's stretch our hamstrings and our quads. So if you will put your left leg forward and your right leg back into a runner stretch. In a runner stretch, knee is over the ankle and the legs are right under your hips. So as you're doing it, you want to make sure that if you touched your hip bones and drew a line straight down, that's where your feet and legs are. Also, look at this back heel. You should just see the front of your foot straight on. If you see anything like this, that's not really good for your knee and not going to give you the stretch you want. So turn it forward. If it means your heel doesn't touch the floor, that's fine. That's a long stretch. Or you just pull the leg a bit closer so the heel can touch the floor. You have two options there. Very good. Let it stretch. Now, while you're doing this stretch, lift your heel and rock your pelvis forward and then push down. Come in and rock, push down. This gives you an extra hip flexor stretch. And down, under, and down. Very good. Hold that stretch. Now from here, put all the weight in that leg. Pick up your right foot. Now you've got a couple of options. You can grab your ankle, your heel, your foot, your pant, or you can use the band. I know I tell y'all this each class, but like that. And the other option is you can always just put the foot on the chair, the knee, but if you do so, make sure you really push that hip forward. So you determine the best way for you to do your quadricep stretches. Really important today because we did do some work with them. So press and let it stretch. Good. You should really feel that from your hip bone down to your knee. Now release, and let's do the other side. Left leg back, right leg forward into a nice runner stretch. Toes and knees straight ahead. All right, so lift that back heel and tilt, rock the pelvis forward and release down. Tilt and rock forward and release down. Rock and down. One more. Let's rock and hold for a bit. And down. Good calf and heel cord stretch. If you wear heels a lot, this is a wonderful stretch you should probably do every day when you take your heels off. Just stretch out that heel cord in your calf. It can get tight. But we haven't been going many places. We probably aren't wearing heels a lot. That may be to church. Come center, reach around, take hold of that ankle, heel, pant. Use your band, use the chair, and push your hip forward and let Those quadriceps stretch. They're called quadriceps because there's actually 4 muscles in the front of your upper thigh. And they do cross over your hip. And one ligament actually goes up to your lower back. Good. And release. And shake it out. Keep your band on your chair. I'm going to turn my chair this way. Change the music just a little bit because we're going to get ready to do some seated stuff, and we'll do some abs and practice our sitting down and standing up, even though we just stretched the thighs. It'll be okay just to do a couple of quad sits. All right. So you're standing. Look and make sure your chair is behind you always. Your feet are far enough forward. Your weight is in your heels, arch to the back of your heel. Hinge from the hip so that I've got, my lower leg perpendicular, tailbone out, and then slowly sit down. You can either hold on to the chair, your thighs, or have your arms by you. Likewise, I'm going to take my feet a little bit more forward. Hinge from the hips. Use a chair, hands on your thighs or hands by your side, depending on your strength. Weight goes down into the heels and lift yourself up. Remembering at the top to press those hip flexors forward. And we're just going to do one more. This is something you can practice every day at home. Very good. I want you to come to the front of the chair, open the legs a bit. Come too far forward, I'll fall out of the chair. I just want you to round your body forward in between your legs and just let your head hang. Now right now I kept my hands on my thighs, but once I feel comfortable, I can let my hands slide and hang. If you need more support of your chest, you can pull your legs closer together. Let that lower back stretch. Hands to the thighs, eyes open, breath, and very slowly uncurl. Set it very tall, and then round forward again. You want to round to where the top of your head is down toward the earth. Slide your hands down if you can, or keep them on your thighs. Breathe and stretch that lower back. Eyes open, hands to your thighs to assist you coming up. And this time, put both hands on your right thigh, not your knee. Keeping your back straight. Turn your body to the right. Also remember, keep that left hip down. Don't lean up off of your chair. Lean your chest out over your right thigh. So a couple of things are happening here. This is not so much lower back. This is stretching out the hips that we've just worked. You're really stretching over the outside of your left hip. Keeping that chest forward, you're also squeezing the upper back. So my back is flat, my chest is forward, and my head is parallel to the floor. Now from here, do the same thing. Come to the middle. Back is flat and straight. And now let's go over to the left leg. Same thing. Keep that right hip down. Very good. Come back to the center. And round the back to uncurl. We'll go back and do some more back and hip stretches in a minute. Let's do a few abs. So again, I'm going to turn sideways. Guess I should have stayed there. Walk forward to where you're in the middle of the chair so you've got some space back here. Remember, we're not overly collapsing, nor are we keeping the back rigid. We're just going to very comfortably lean back and make just a small concave in the abs. What you want to imagine is like a mild little letter C Most importantly, you're just pulling your belly button into the back of your chair a bit. We've done this, many times. Let's come up with your hands on your shoulders, or you can rest and cross the hands over your chest. I'm going to move my feet a little bit more forward, which helps me to relax my hip flexors so that I'm not using them to lift up. I'm going to lift from here. So let's imagine a plumb line from the ceiling. Breath. Lift your body up and set up tall at the end. Take a breath. Then as you exhale, form that C, pull that belly button in and relax against your chair. Breath. Exhale, come up. Exhale down. Remember, these chair abs are just an alternative if you are not comfortable laying flat on the floor doing abs or on a sofa or a bed. The best way, of course, would be to do just some basic curls on a flat surface where you are laying on the floor. But this is a good alternative because to really work the abs effectively, you have to counter against gravity. So the chair is kind of a way to get a little counter gravity work going on. Lift up. Then exhale down. So I'm doing a slow version. A quicker one would be one breath with each lift. So let's do 8 of those. And count. I don't want you to hyperventilate, but counting helps you get the breath in and out. Breath in. Exhale up. 8. Release. 7. Release. 6. Release. 5. And 4. So you inhale going down, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 1. Now let's do the obliques a bit. So I want you to take your hands to your shoulders. We're going to lift the right knee and take your left shoulder over as you turn and look to the right. Come center, breath. Exhale and turn the other way. Notice this shoulder is still on the chair, and that's perfectly fine because the movement is a rotation in the waist. Exhale, turn and turn. Good. Working your internal and external obliques as well as your rectus abdominis, because that's the muscle in the abs that help you lift up. Like when you're getting up out of bed or you're lifting up and forward. Turn, let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very, very good. Come up, slide your hips back in that chair. Legs are together and just let your body roll forward. Just roll forward and hang and really stretch that back out. Good. Eyes open, pull your belly button in, and uncurl one vertebrae at a time. Sit up tall, pull that energy down. I'm going to come back to the middle of the chair and open my legs just a bit. And we're going to do a rotation around our tailbone. So shift your ribs to the right, lean forward, shift the ribs left, and then pull the belly button in coming back. So that's why you got to kind of be in the middle of your chair so that you can go back. So right now, as if my head is making a circle around my tailbone. Wonderful, wonderful hip mobility and loosening up. Great for your ribs, your abs, your internal organs. Just a wonderful stretch. And I don't know, I would almost call it a relaxation movement because it does sort of massage all of those muscles and areas of your body. Now let's go the other way. So to the right, squeeze back. Still, you're maintaining a very tall posture, even though you're circling around. Chest forward, ribs side, lunge back. Good. Very good. Let's come to the center and just do our meandering tree. So let's let movement start in the hips. And as you go side to side, your hips start the movement, then your ribs sort of follow as if you were a big tree swaying in the breeze. Maybe a beautiful willow tree. Willow trees tend to look like they're very fragile because their leaves are thin, their branches are thin, yet they are so strong. They move freely in the breeze, which helps keep them healthy and less damage from the storms of life. As we imagine our bodies, our minds, and our spirits like that willow tree, staying strong, moving through adversity, but coming out on the other side stronger and more beautiful inside and out. Let your body gently move. Feel the flow. Relax your tongue on the roof of your mouth and just breathe. Come back to the center. Breath up. Bring that energy down. Hold your palms right over your belly button. Just close your eyes for a second. And take the inventory of your body, what it feels like right now, where there feels like there's tingling, energized, and where maybe some areas feel tired or a little achy even. Your breath feels strong and full. Big expansion in. Exhale and cleanse the body. Now turning to your left, put your left arm on top. Now shift to the right and turn to the right. Keeping your hips squarely on your chair, breath, and turn the other way, doing a little cloud, heavenly hands seated. Your goal is to try to rotate your body a little bit more each time. Breath. Let your eyes gaze into your palm. Let your body turn. Breath. Change. Breath. Change. So that nice gliding, that nice rotation. And back to center. Palms down. I'm going to push myself back in my chair a bit. Lifting my right ankle, circle that ankle. Don't want to forget our feet. They're so important. Reverse. Wiggle the toes. Squeeze them really tight underneath and then stretch them out and shake that leg. And now the left leg, circle. And reverse. Squeeze the toes and tight and stretch them out, shake it out. Good. Same thing with your fingers. I've been sewing a lot and squeezing paint bottles, and my hands have taken a beating this week. So what I do in between is stretch and open my palms and my wrists. Close slightly and then open and stretch. Most important is to stretch those hands, the opposite of the movement that you might be doing day in and day out. Turn your palms up as if you were playing the piano upside down. Keep your elbows close to your side. Now turn the palms down. This is kind of hard sometimes. As we get older, we have something called ulnar deviation, so it makes it kind of hard to turn your palms down with your elbows closed, but we're going to practice it. And down. Good. Palms up, palms down. Up and down. Good. Shake that out. Now tilt your left ear to your left shoulder, keeping your body upright. Just feel a wonderful pull down the right side of your neck. And come center, tilt right, same thing left. Even if you want to push your palm down to increase the stretch, you're welcome to do so. Now from the right shoulder, roll your head forward and then go ahead and roll it to the left and stop when the ear's at your shoulder. Instead of going backwards, we're just stopping. Roll front, stop at the right, and come center. Now, imagine you had a pencil on the end of your nose. So instead of dropping the head back, which puts a lot of weight on your cervical spine, especially if you have any arthritic changes or aging changes, I want you to imagine that you were drawing a circle about the size of a quarter with your nose in one direction. So you're getting some neck rotation without dropping your head behind your shoulders. Now, you drew that circle, let's erase it. So imagining that we're going the opposite direction, erasing that quarter-size circle that we just drew. Very good. Now chin level, let's do my favorite, and that is push the chin back to the back wall. So you can actually put your hands there and imagine you're pushing against your hands and then release to neutral. Or if that's too difficult, just pull the chin in as if you were trying to make a double chin, or as if you were a turtle, drawing your head back into your shell, and then come out to neutral, pull in. This is important to keep the back of the neck strong to balance all that leaning and looking down. Release one more time. Don't forget to do these every day if you can. Breath up. Palms together, hands to heart. And just let yourself be for a few moments. Just sit heavily in your chair, feeling gravity pulling your body down. But yet you feel the energy lifting you toward the heavens as you're lifting tall but sinking deep. Remembering that you are between the heavens and the earth, creating energy, life. With each breath of oxygen, we circulate all that healing light and energy through our bodies. And with each exhale, we push out dis-ease, pain, negativity, anxiety, out each pore of your body. Remembering that each breath is a new chance, a new beginning to be the best you can be. Each breath gives us hope of health, peace, love. And each exhale takes away the things we don't need in our lives or our bodies. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, again, thank you for a beautiful day, for beautiful friends, to be able to come together, work on our bodies, work on being the people that you want us to be, body, mind, spirit. Be with this world as we are in this holiday season, that more people will see hope and love and faith for new beginnings and a healing of all that is wrong or all that is unhealthy in our world. Be with those that are suffering and give them the hope, the faith, and the love that they so need. Be with us. Let us be instruments of your peace to all that we touch each day. In Jesus' sweet name, amen.